Um, okay, let me see. Let me bring you back in. All right. So you went from hard years,
Mhm.
all of that learning, all of that thriving. How did we get to Diary of Stray Dogs?
Okay, so the very first book I did with Matthew was a concept we came up with was Directly Straight Up. But it was a totally different story. So the only thing that survived was the name. Uh, so I was working on the book with another artist, and I had some free time, and this character was a background character in one of the stories. So I said, well, let me try and see if I can flush out a story with this character just to kill time. And at the same time, too, I had just came off a job where I was working for the U.S. Embassy. So what I learned from them was the ability to write a short comic book in 24 pages, one and done. So I was like, well, let me take that and do a one and done story with the Diary Stray Dogs, create a character, put her in it. But the book came out, but this book came out before the flagship book. So then I ended up continuing with the story, fell in love with the character. People told me they loved the story, they loved the character. So she basically started to become like like your child. So you're kind of this
Mm,
because uh, it was originally a short story. Then the second part put part two. I kind of put a little bit more meat on the bone. I kind of went a little deeper with it, and I wanted to make sure that it didn't feel like just another story tacked on. So if you read both books, you will see that she's affected by book one, but
Hmm.
you could read book two by itself,
mm,
and it will feel like a story. And you can read book one and not read book two. But if you read both of them now, it's this amazing like thing. You kind of see, oh, so this is why this thing, or there's certain things where and what was interesting about the Wounded series was there were certain things that I did in book two, and when the readers came to me, I actually got the response that they wanted. So like when people saw Alex, they was shocked, but then it
mm.
was that was kind of pulled away, and I was like, oh, so like
What were people what were you expecting? What was the feedback you were looking for?
Mm.
just that same thing where people saying, wait a minute, I thought accidents happened to him, but then they see it slowly, just fall apart, and then
Mm,
see that she's dealing with all of that baggage and all that pain and stuff. Um, Someone did a review for the book the other day, and sometimes readers see things in your own stories that you don't even see. And
mm,
the person wrote a really beautiful review. This is just like a reader review, so it's not like a publication or anything.
mm.
And it was talking about the character battling with PTS, P,
PTSD.
PTSD
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, yes, I never saw it as profoundly as they kind of put it.
Mm,
Um, but the book two of this book was, I will give all props to the editor in terms of he's the one who kind of helped make it into a better book. And me and my editors, we tend to fight a lot.
Mm.
You tend to
you
fight
don't
a lot.
say.
Yeah, you
Mm.
tend to fight a lot. But the thing about it is, some hills you will die on, and others, sometimes you just have to kind of listen to them and hear the wisdom and
Mm,
try to see if you can make it work. The trick of any advice anyone gives you in a book is not to just shut it down, but to sometimes you're upset. Sometimes you're upset. Um, Someone told me with book one said, because she's a Caribbean character, I would have loved to see her set the book more set in the Caribbean. And I was like, but that's not what the book is. But then I sat with that thought for a couple of months and thought about it. So then book two starts in the Caribbean, and we get to see her home. We get to see future Barbados. We see and
Mm.
you see the King Fields. We see the beaches, everything. You know what I mean? So, but you don't just shut down everything. But what you try to do is try to see if you can make it work on
mhm,
your terms.
Hmm.
So the story is not 100% set in Barbados, but it features enough of it that it feels like a character.
I I'm gonna say it definitely, after reading both books, it definitely makes it feel like Shawnee Belcourt is the main character's name, by the way. It definitely feels like Shawnee is in charge
Right.
when she's in Barbados. Like, granted, a lot of time has passed. I don't know if I can show this page. I'm gonna see if I can show it. I think we're fine. Cool. Love that for us. Um, um, this is not necessarily a book for children, ladies and gentlemen. Do not give this to your 8-year-old child to read. It is
If
not.
there are kids in the audience, why?
I mean, you can learn. I'm gonna keep it as clean as possible, but don't tell your
I
mom.
ain't. You grown since you set up in here.
You're not telling on me anyway. Um, Shawnee exhibits. Shawnee is cool outside of Barbados. She's cool almost anywhere she goes, but there is a swagger to her in Barbados that, and I could be projecting, that she doesn't have when she's on stateside. There's something about her where she's a little she's on game, but she's not. Her head's not on a swivel.
Right.
Even when she was in the first book, even when she's in the club, she's off of her guard, but she's aware of what's going on.
A bit more at ease, but not much.
Yeah, like her back, she's still ready to jump over that banquette and get it popping if she needs to. I'm good, homie. But this is obvious. This is a dream sequence anyway. She's super relaxed here. Until you got to read more. But even here, she's way more relaxed under these settings, compared to the stateside of things. Hi, Tommy. Thank you. I appreciate you. Sorry, I don't know why my voice went all the way to 6-year-old child.
I don't either. That was actually rather entertaining and scary at the same time.
Oh, it's that chime. It does something to me.
So the character of Shani, what you're saying is totally correct. What I did when I created the character, and when you do create a character, you have to try to keep them true to themselves. So even though the story plot would be the same, it's about what would the character do in the situation. So when I created the character, I wanted her to be level-headed. I wanted her to be a thinker, and she wasn't necessarily supposed to be the strongest or the baddest ass in the room, but she's supposed, as you said, she's supposed to come out by using her brain. So it kind of also influenced how I ended the story, because I needed for her to win mentally and not physically.
Right.
I needed her to be the smartest person and to be also be underestimated by everyone else. So those were some of the things that. So as the story went forward, a lot of the time it would be like, I'll do this, this, and this, but then I was like, yeah, but then the character wouldn't do this, or the character wouldn't see it this way. So you kind of have to adjust. You know what I mean? So for instance, no spoilers, but the book the Neon Ghost character is introduced in this book, and we see beginning. Shani is very, very paranoid about having new people in her crew. So you kind of subtly, she's asking questions what to think about this new character and that kind of stuff. And then later on, you kind of see that her fears are correct. You know what I mean? She's not quite, the person isn't quite trustworthy. So it's trying to create this character where they're different and they stand out. And the interesting thing about the Shani character is her right hand man, Claw. Two of them almost could be seen as one unit, because he is that person that is there for her. He's that person who will, so I kind of paired them off into different groups and stuff, but he is that person who would say, I'm going to kill you because the boss says so. He believes in her.
He felt, he what is it? Two sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
And it's great when y'all follow orders. With that said, I have to give you another round of this. Shani resonated so well. Okay, all right, relax.
It was long. It was the perfect length. Okay, give him all of it. Okay. Hey, jeez.
No, absolutely deserves it. And more. She did so well. She resonated so well with so many people that she and you won a Glyph Award for Best Female Character of 2026. How did that even come about? Because I feel like this book has been out for a while.
So
it deserved accolades before.
Yeah, so I was nominated in 2022 for, I believe, cover. But the rules are the book has to be released within the year before. So the volume 1 was released last year, which is the complete story together, which is the book that's about, I think, 130 pages. So I think with it being a full story, you get to see the full arc of the character. I was surprised she won because she's not necessarily a wholesome character. And I find that people associate good with being wholesome. She does what needs to be done kind of thing. So, but I appreciate that she won it, and I'm just very happy because it was a very stiff competition. It was a very, very stiff competition.
I mean, not in my opinion, but that's fine. I think that Shani absolutely she deserved this award. She's a very well-rounded character. She's not what is it? Like you said, she's not the Mary Sue. She's not this fluffy frou-frou character that follows specific tropes or whatever have you. Her character as a woman, to me, makes sense. She's her own independent character. She just I don't even want to say she just happens to be a woman. She stands firmly in who she is all the way around. 10 toes down. I need y'all to stop. For real. I'm trying to give flowers and such.
You're getting a police and firefighters escort.
Everything better be on fire. That's all I know. Everything.
And
Jesus wept. But I know how, ladies and gentlemen, if you are not familiar with Mr. Lynch's work, he ends his stories. You will get a beginning, a middle, and an end to a particular book. Can I get you to do something for Miss Shani just one more time? just one more for the game. Just one more for the culture.
I have a story. I have another story, which is let's say it was supposed to be the Wounded 3. They'll have a different name, but she returns again, and she evolves based on what's happened in this. So yeah, she's coming back. If I can, if I get around to getting it made, I definitely will do it. She's coming back.
Let me know what you need to get help. I'm just saying, I'm more than happy to get you. I'll fly down there myself if you need.
Oh my gosh, she'll never.
Just let me know. Just let me know.
She'll never come back. That's just what's gonna happen.
I mean, he don't have to make a comic for me to leave this place. I'm just letting you know.